guys, thank you for clicking this video, and I hope you're all doing well. And I know you're feeling hella bored from this pandemic, and in some places we went back to quarantine, so I am recommending psychological films that you could all watch with yourself or with your friends, or to be safe, with your family. If you want to know these films, then keep on watching. I will recommend To the Bone, and it was starred by Lily Collins. And can I just say that Lily Collins really did Ellen's character justice.
It's like you have calorie Asperger's.
While watching it, I was so hooked, and I just want to finish it because I want to know the story. I want to know the triggers, the environmental factors, what led to that situation.
It's a cake.
I can say that it was well written, well directed, and maybe because I am biased because it's Lily Collins. She's one of my favorite actresses, by the way. Well, in this film, it tackles about eating disorder, and she's suffering from anorexia nervosa, and she has a strong resistance to therapy, I guess. You will be able to have a deeper understanding of the eating disorders. Sometimes it is just not about your physical appearance, but sometimes because of the emotional and mental triggers or situations that happen in your life. That is why you want to have a sense of control. There are a lot of reasons behind every mental disorder in general. Overall, it will give you insight as to what an eating disorder may or may not look like.
The way that you're going, one day you won't wake up.
I can't stop.
Every time you hear that voice, I want you to tell it to fuck off.
Fuck
off, boys!
And for the next film, I don't know if I will recommend this because this is so disturbing. I cannot rewatch this again because I was mind blown. And it is Gone Girl. So, our resident cool girl, Amy Dunn, is a psychopathic wife that, let's just say that she did a mysterious thing to her husband.
Nick loved a girl I was pretending to be. Cool girl. Men always use that, don't they, as their defining compliment. She's a cool girl. Cool girl is hot. Cool girl is game. Cool girl is fun. Cool girl never gets angry at her man. She only smiles in a chagrin-loving manner.
She did a lot of things, mysteriously, a lot of things to herself and to the people around her in order to have her own satisfaction at the end of the movie. So I really did think that she is, if not sociopathic, psychopathic. I also think that she has a schizoid personality disorder because she was so detached from people. I think she just treats people as some things that she can just let go. She does not really develop a deep intimacy or does not desire to seek close relationships with others, because people who have antisocial personality disorders can affect people by hurting them physically, mentally, psychologically, or anything. So they are highly dangerous because they don't have any remorse if they did something bad. They just might consider it as normal for them or natural for them. They don't feel, they lack empathy. They just do whatever that feels right for them. So overall, this is really nice. If you're really looking for something that is psychologically thrilling, then this is what I will suggest for you.
I inspired him to rise to my level. I forged the man of my dreams. You think I'd let him destroy me and end up happier than ever? No fucking way. He doesn't get to win.
And the next one is, I think, an inspirational film called The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Basically, here, because in this film he aged backwards. So he was born as an old man and then died as a baby. I mean, what kind of concept is that? That's so interesting. It's nice. It is unique. You can have a lot of takeaway in that film. Overall, it is a good watch. It is worth recommending and worth watching. It is on Netflix. Wow. So, I think you should watch it. It stars Brad Pitt anyway. The next one is a psychological horror that will also give you goosebumps. The first time I watched this, I was also very mind blown about what happened. The twist at the ending is just wow. Why? How did that happen? So the film that I was talking about is The Orphan. The main character is named Esther, and I will not describe her any further, but she is a psychopathic orphan. She's very, very highly dangerous from all the people that she was put into, that she associated with, and she definitely has some daddy issues with her. I mean, you can tell if you will watch the movie. It's just about an orphan, Esther, that was adopted and mysteriously did some things to the family that adopted her, and then some twists at the end that happened, something that I cannot tell you. But overall, it's just so nice. If you're finding that thrill, that horror thrill, I think this is the best fit for you.
I think there's something wrong with Esther. We need to know what we're dealing with. Trouble does have a way of finding her. What kind of trouble?
And for the next film, we have 50 First Dates. Yes. So for this one, we're not talking about psychological thrillers, but I think it is a rom-com. I think it falls under the rom-com category, and it stars Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore was named Lucy here, and she had a physical trauma that led to her cognitive deficiencies, which led to her loss of short-term memory. So she fails to remember what happens day by day and just remember her routine and sticks to it like it never happened before. And because of that physical trauma, she developed a cognitive disorder named anterograde amnesia. She does not remember further memories and just keep on reliving a specific situation. Or we can see how a psychologically affected person copes and deals with his or her environment, how the people around her reacts around, and how they also help her in her day-to-day life. And all I can say is it is nice to watch. It is very sweet. This is highly recommendable.
二人見たらクソタレに似てる which means look at those two shitheads.
The next movie that I will recommend is called The Black Swan. So here, Nina is a ballerina that was put under a lot of pressure and different stressful environments that led to her situation, which made her have some psychotic episodes. In here, she had hallucinations as well as delusion. Because of a lot of environmental factors, her anxiety was triggered. This movie made me lose a lot of sleep because it was so nerve-wracking. I mean, it's just so creepy, but it's worth the watch. So you guys must watch it.
Please stop. How about
I danced the Black Swan for you.
And the last film is one of my favorites among all movies, which is Sybil. Sybil was diagnosed with the ID or dissociative identity disorder, which was formerly known as multiple personality. So here in the film, she has 16 personalities. And here, she met a psychiatrist, Dr. Wilbur, and helped her through psychoanalysis by Freud to somehow overcome this dilemma of hers. It gave me a lot of insight about psychotherapy or counseling. It has two versions, an old version and a new one, but I will recommend the 1970s version, although it lasts for about 3 hours. So I would recommend this movie if you would like to see the correlation of childhood trauma and the situation that we're in, or the psychological disorders that we might acquire because of that experiences. So to my fellow psych majors out there, I think Sybil is one of the most recommended films for you to watch in order to really have a grasp about our field.
Anything I want to do, I can do anything. I can walk on the jerk, I take my shoes off, like that and like that and like that.
So that's it. Those are the films I recommend you to watch whenever you are bored. I hope I gave you ideas. Enjoy my recommendations, and I'll see you on the next recommendations. Bye!